Hello, this is CampMaker.com, and we are selling our 2015 Ram ProMaster with the pop top. And my daughter Elizabeth is helping out to help open doors and show things, and so this has been a multi-year project, but we're getting ready to release it to the public, and we'll be showing you various parts of the van. So this van originated as a low-top van, and then we added the pop-top by Sportmobile out of Fresno, California. The rest of the van interiors were done by CampMaker. Kitchen galley, slider windows all the way around, east-west bed, and then refrigerator, 16,000 BTU heater. That's a suburban propane heater, as well as electrical, toilet, and battery. Okay, Elizabeth, why don't you open up the refrigerator there? So this is a Norcold refrigerator, a 3.1 cubic foot refrigerator that has a Danfoss compressor, which is very, very efficient and can run off-grid quite easily. It's surprisingly large, and it's easy to use as a front loading. Why don't you pull open one of the drawers there? So this lower drawer is kind of like the miscellaneous sundry drawers that everybody needs in their kitchen or wherever. So you've got access to a lot of things that will help you on your various travels. The top two are more kitchen specific, you know, pots and pans, bowls, you name it, things like that. Whereas the bigger drawer in the center area allows for just larger things. All of these latches are the Southco latches, which once they're in place and latched, they are very secure. These won't open while you're driving down the road. Okay, go ahead in the plumbing area. So we've got toilet paper, garbage can, and then the jerry jug water system. So you've got gray water on the right and fresh water on the left. And why don't we show them how the faucet works? So go ahead and take the dish drainer. So then you've got a soap dispenser on the left. The faucet is integrated with the pump in the lower jug. So if you lift the faucet switch on the right up, oh, I think I had to turn the system on. Just one second. One of the things I realized was it was a little bit difficult to isolate which switches you wanted on when. And so this switch on the left, this battery switch, when you turn this on, it basically turns on your ability for anything that draws electricity versus input. And so when you turn that, it'd be clockwise to the green area. So that turns on all the lights, all the switches, everything like that, which includes the water system. Now let's go ahead and turn the switches on for the water, and now we can use the sink. So essentially that's how that works. Pretty simple with the soap dispenser on the left. It's a fairly good size stainless steel bar sink that allows for multiple things to occur while you're on a trip, as well as this perfectly sized dish drainer. We've got reading lights. The windows have insulated reflectix that you can insert into the window, and then the roll down blinds keep it very warm, help especially on those cold nights. And we mimicked the same style of blinds as in the upper area. So the pop top has 5 windows. Most of them are screened, and then we'll insert, there's a loft bed that will be put in crosswise, and it also has 4 lights at the top. And then this front section can be unzipped and completely opened up, so you can actually people use it to take photography shots in the early morning or late at night. So it's a nice feature there, either that or landscape photos, things like that. This Suburban propane heater is, like I mentioned earlier, 16,000 BTUs. So even on the coldest nights, maybe down to 0 or below, this heater will help keep you warm. Next is the electrical system. There's a number of small switches that can be turned on and off depending on what your need is. And then inside that container area is the rest of the system, the inverter, the MPPT charge controller for solar, and a number of other things you can control from there. So then next up is the toilet. So we use it's called a dry toilet. A company called Kildwick from Germany is where I got all the parts from it. And if you have a chance, look up Kildwick or dry toilets, urine diverting toilets. They're pretty innovative and work really well in any RV situation. Battery system is a simple flooded lead acid battery system, so 2 6-volt golf cart batteries from Costco, 210 amp hours, gives you lots of amp hours, as well as this monitor in the front that tells you exactly how many amp hours are left and so on. So our bed has the ability to fold in half, and so this section lifts up and you can insert a significant amount of clothes. And so for my wife and I, there's plenty of room in there for all the clothes we would need on a pretty extensive trip. So on the back here, we have an extra freshwater tank, especially on those longer trips. It's helpful to do that. Oh, why don't you open both doors there, Elizabeth? So the bed in the back area lifts up also, so this half lifts up, and I've used it for tool storage. So I've been able to fill it with all the things that I need on a long trip, and I often am really amazed at the advantage of having at least a majority of the tools that are needed right there. Underneath the bed, we've got the fire extinguisher, and then we've got the storage area for all the blinds. The insulated blinds is on the right. And then on the left, you have, it's a pull-out solar panel. So it's a portable panel that can be pulled out and plugged in. And actually, why don't we can do that in just a second here. We'll switch. So the solar system, there's 2 separate panels. One is this portable one that you can plug in just at the back of the van. Right there, there's a plug-in spot. And then there's a second solar panel that's mounted on the roof of the pop top. And so depending on where you're at, one or the other would be more effective or more practical. And so you can choose between either of those solar panels to recharge your batteries. So as a lot of van folks have done, we added this seat swivel on the passenger side, and so it adds more usable space in the middle of the van, and it's quite easy to put it back in the original spot. So I'll have Elizabeth go ahead and just spin it around. And then it just clicks into place. This, I didn't mention earlier that I use a small single burner propane. It's a butane propane stove that can go work on this counter. And so a lot of times if you're at a campsite, then it's convenient to use that out on a table away from there, but it can also be used, especially for shorter cooking times inside the van with the ventilation that we have here. So I've added this small off-road light bar on the front that really helps when you're on those dark roads and away from the population. And the other 2 things I want to mention before I wrap up here is that this van has another year on the service and maintenance agreement that we received from the warranty when we purchased the van originally. And so that's excellent that it has quite a bit of time still left on it. And then because I'm selling this van as a part of the CampMaker LLC company, that I warrant everything on the inside. So it might be a refrigerator, or it might be the heater, any of those appliances and things for 3 years. And so if anything goes wrong, we'll replace those. And so look for the link with more information, and let us know if you're interested in this van. Thank you.